Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Torah in 10, your weekly dose of Torah and context in 10 minutes or less. This week, we're going to be covering Parasha Emor, or Leviticus 21:1 to 24:23, and Haftorah of Ezekiel 44, verse 15 to 31. I'm Hernán Cortez II. Let's get started. Portion recap. Emor is about the eternal nature of God's covenants. The portion begins with several more commandments aimed at ensuring that the sons of Aaron maintain a high level of ritual purity and outlines qualifications for marriage and disqualifying conditions for the priests to serve in the holy places and for the animals being offered. Reading further into the portion, we see the high holy days and the appointed times that are to be kept permanently by the people, beginning with Shabbat weekly and going into Passover and the week of unleavened bread, compare the counting of the Omer, Shavuot, Yom Teruach, Yom Kippur, and ending with Sukkot. And as we can see with the eternal nature of these feasts, as stated in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 41 and 43, reading as, "You shall thus celebrate it as a feast to the Lord for 7 days in the year. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month." And verse 43, "So that your generations may know that I had the sons of Israel live in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God." From these verses, we can see that this generational covenant with the people does not have a set date or any sort of expiration, similar in nature to the covenant with the sons of Aaron and with the Levites. These priesthood, being the priesthood of the sons of Aaron, and with the Levites later on in Numbers 18, chapter 18, verse 2, "But bring with you also your brothers, the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve with you, while you and your sons with you are before the tent of the testimony. And they shall thus attend your obligation, and the obligation of all the tent, but they shall not come near to the furnishings of the sanctuary and to the altar, or both they and you will die. They shall be joined with you and attend to the obligations of the tent of meeting for all the services in the tent, but an outsider may not come near you. So that you shall attend to the obligations of the sanctuary and the obligations of the altar, so that there will no longer be wrath on the sons of Israel." Verse 6, "Behold, I myself have taken the fellow Levites from among the sons of Israel. They are a gift to you, dedicated to the Lord to perform the service for the tent of meeting." Again, we see that this covenant established in Numbers 18 with now the Levites along with the sons of Aaron is a perpetual grant covenant or a gift covenant from the king. And once given by the king, Hashem, it cannot be revoked, even by that king, which is by its definition is within the nature of a grant covenant. The only way for the gift or the grant to be taken away is for the king who gave it to die. This then leads us all the way up into the New Testament with Yeshua coming to bring remission through a covenantal renewal and a ratification of the original covenant, being Torah, to allow for us to remain in the covenant without a physical temple being present and to not be exiled into death. Now, jumping over into Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 28 through 30, "And it shall be with regard to an inheritance for them that I am their inheritance, and you shall give them no possession in Israel. I am their possession. They shall eat the grain offering, the sin offering, and the guilt offering, and every devoted thing in Israel shall be theirs. The first of all the fruits of every kind, and every contribution of every kind, from all your contributions shall be for the priests. You shall also give to them the first of your dough to cause a blessing on the rest of your house." As a side note, Ezekiel 44, verse 15 to 31 is a fantastic recap of the priestly part of this particular portion, by the way, with verse 19 also giving a direct reason for the changing of priestly garments as well. And that verse reads, "When they go out into the outer court to the people, they shall put off their garments in which they have been ministering and lay them in the holy chambers. Then they shall put on other garments, so that they will not transmit holiness to the people with their garments." Being that the sons of Aaron and the Levites have no other inheritance, and the nature of the grant is everlasting, this comes as a clear sign that both of these groups will have a magnificent purpose in the millennial reign and the kingdom to come. Within the events of Emor, commandments regarding maintaining ritual purity for the high priests are established with regards to death and marriage. Specific qualifications are laid out for priests to be able to serve in the tabernacle and for the condition of their offerings for the Lord. The feasts are established for the children of Israel to carry on as perpetual holy days throughout the generations. The standard of justice and punishment is given after the incident of the blasphemer occurs. Did you know many ancient Near Eastern cultures performed rituals to honor and venerate the dead? These rituals mixed elements of mourning with sacrifice as a way to gain favor with underworld deities and demons. Offering animals with defects was seen as cheating God, and other cultures such as the Hittites had similar views on this subject. Question time. How many commandments are given as eternal or perpetual in this portion? Why was the genealogy of the blasphemer important to mention? On what day of the month is the Day of Atonement commanded to take place? Happy studying, and Shabbat Shalom.